Holla, what's up everyone, it's Turbo with TTG and I'm here to tell you about my experience in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So let's get into this. First off, you can clearly tell the world in this game is absolutely stunning. The lighting, the colors, the landscapes are really something I got into a habit of taking in, especially just out exploring or hunting bounties. The HDR and 4K enhancement is incredible and I cannot get enough of it. I find myself climbing to the top of mountains and other structures just to get a look around because the world is absolutely beautiful. The combat style can be compared to that of The Witcher 3, and some of the actual finishing actions in combat are something that I got addicted to seeing rather quickly. It's hard not to think, holy shit, that was badass, I want to see that again. Another typical Assassin's Creed style is a sneak and take out stealthy stabby, and it's so much fun and really rewarding to engage an enemy from behind and force them off a long drop or cliff and watch them perish or bleed out on the ground below. Hell yeah. And oh yes, we have a Spartan kick. Another really cool thing about this title too is taking over the high seas can take up a majority of your game time as well if you so choose to take on the open seas with your crew and your ship and board the enemy ship for some takeover or just sail around to search for sunken ships and treasure. There's sharks around too, so be wary. And there's a couple of missions that actually take you on a little mission where you'll be diving and searching for lost treasures and lost other items. It's super rewarding, and I would recommend that everyone spend some time on the open sea. There's a lot of land to cover, but there's a lot of sea to cover as well. Odyssey also, of course, has its fair share of quirks as well, falling off a cliff with your horse and sliding to the ground below, or even coming in combat with a chupacabra that will cling to your back, forcing you to helplessly run around in circles to get the thing off. I was super surprised the first time this happened because I was taking him out and he's running around and dodging me. I'm like, okay, we're good. And then all of a sudden the thing's on my back and I'm like, oh, I don't know how to get it off. So I just spun in circles and circles and circles. I don't know, he finally got off of me. It was quite comical. Another little aspect I found myself doing quite a lot is jumping from the synchronization points for speed travel. There's usually brush or bushes that you fall down into below, and it's just a fun thing that I will do over and over and over again. There isn't any fall damage, so why not? There's even a few points in the game where you'll find yourself in hand-to-hand combat. Not necessarily my thing, but I could grasp the fact nonetheless. I really didn't enjoy it too much, but it's just kind of funny. It's like, hey, we're throwing your weapons away. Look, you're gonna engage. You got to get in a fist fight here. You know, that's one thing that I just it's okay. It's all right. There's plenty to be done. So much that it can be overwhelming in the beginning. Like getting thrown right off into your first conquest battle with hordes of enemies at the front can be really intimidating at first. But when you get a rhythm and you finally figure out how you're dodging around and stuff, it can be really exciting and tons of fun. I always jump at the chance to hop into a conquest battle. I know people sometimes avoid it, but I love it because there's so much going on. Tons of enemies and you just slice, jumping around, dodging, bobbing, weaving. It's just so much fun. As far as the story itself, no spoilers. I was really engaged from the start and I really wanted to get to the next part and find out where this whole legacy and storyline takes path. It could be really easy to get distracted with everything else going on and the abundance of side quests and helping people out and other progression. But if you choose to stick to your legacy storyline, it gets quite interesting. Be wary of your decisions because this will decide how your ending plays out, which you'll get a taste of often and easily. Sometimes just make sure you save before you make a decision because it'll have an effect on the game. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but it happens quite a bit, so just keep mind of that. Whether you prefer to be an at-rage hunter or an in-your-face slash and stabby stab warrior, Odyssey has something for everyone. You can even tame animals, equip poisons, and use fire to give you a slight advantage when needed. The skill tree has plenty of options, and once you gather so many ability points, you're able to utilize a different playstyle on the fly. Just click and assign to a combat slot and get right back into the action. If you enjoyed playing Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls RPGs, The Witcher Series 2, Conan Exiles, you're going to have a great time with Odyssey. The size and scale of the world can really be overwhelming, but the options of fast travel, traveling by ship, or traveling by horse makes it way more convenient to get around. The actual timeline of the game serves a history lesson with little facts and tidbits of how things really used to be back in the day. I guess back in the Spartan times, and most of the quest lines throughout the game serve the premise really well. I've learned some things and I've also come to realize, oh, you know what, I already know that. And there's also the characters' names that are similar of those out of heroes and legends that most already know by, and it's not really thrown in your face. I'm currently 67 hours into my adventure, and I can definitely say I will probably double that. I'm having so much fun with this. Of course, when the new one comes out, I'm going to be jumping on that one too. But at this point right now, I'm definitely going to probably be putting another 67 hours into it. And I'm just having so much fun. So what do you think? I'd say jump right in, have some fun, create your story. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it just as much as I do. So I have been Turbo, you have been you. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. Throw that subscribe button, hit that bell so you can be notified of new videos that I come out with. If you like this one, there's plenty more coming. Appreciate you. I'm out. Peace.